Where do you think the market stands at the moment? It's been pretty flat,
Crypto
pretty
market?
static for Bitcoin, around 30, 31, 32. It's right at that level. It's been there for, I think, a couple of months. From
Shocking
a
for Bitcoin,
technical
right?
point of view, you guys who own it, you wouldn't want to see it drop down below 30,000 again and stay there, because that
I
would be a
would.
very
I
bad
would.
technical sign, wouldn't it?
I hope it drops down lower because I would buy more if it drops down more. See, I would love it to go lower because I'm a long-term investor, so I don't really care if it goes up or down in the short term. I would love it to go back to 5,000 and buy a ton of it there, and that would be a great thing. So I'm not looking as a short-term trader. I think people that are trading Bitcoin for the short term, it's very dangerous. It's very volatile, and you don't really, anyone that says they know where it's going next is lying.
All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe because you're interested in making money with cryptocurrency, and this channel keeps you informed. My name's Austin. That was of course Jordan Belfort on Fox Business a few days ago in response to a question on many people's minds: where is the price of Bitcoin headed next? And in today's video, that's what I want to talk about. And by the way, I loved the perspective that Jordan shared, that nobody ultimately knows what the price of Bitcoin will do tomorrow. And if they tell you that they do, they're lying. Nobody can see the future. But what we can do as a subscriber to Altcoin Daily is look at the data, look at the latest on-chain metrics, as well as point out the trends to then make the best decision possible for us. Like always, check the timestamps and let's jump in. The first thing I want to point out to you is Bitcoin's on-exchange volume is getting scarily low. Bitcoin's daily trading volume is hanging around low levels last seen not since October 2020. And these 9-month lows don't necessarily mean Bitcoin is in for a price decline. If anything, this simply means that individual trades will have a greater impact on the market. And I would agree. Low trading volume isn't necessarily bearish. It does show sort of a lack of interest compared to where we were maybe 5-6 months ago. But stagnation in price, as well as declining trading volume, does mean that whenever we do make our next move, whether up or down, the move is usually explosive. For perspective, the last time we saw volume this low was around December 2020, right before the pop from 20K to 65K, and then again right before that in August 2020, where we had our little DeFi summer. So whether it's up or down in the immediate short term, expect this next move to be somewhat out of control, taking into account last time volumes got this low. And the good news is, as we pointed out yesterday, is both the Bitcoin and the Ethereum on exchanges are leaving those exchanges in droves. Ethereum leaving exchanges hit a year-to-date high yesterday. Last time this happened, BTC was at 10K and ETH was at $250. Supply squeeze incoming, and the same can be said for BTC. Bitcoin supply continues to leave exchanges close to an 18-month low. And again, for perspective, not even 18 months ago, about 6 to 7 months ago, supply on exchanges got so low, we had no other choice but to make that run to 65K because supply couldn't keep up with the demand. We're at a similar place today. And if this is so bullish, why do I say then that the cryptocurrency market may be about to get a little crazy? Well, it's because not every metric is bullish. For example, if we zoom in on just the technical analysis, we can see a series of lower highs, which is bearish, and we're not seeing the bulls overtake those bears from a trading point of view yet. And on top of that, checking back in on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, we can see that GBTC is still trading at a discount. In fact, if you buy GBTC, you can get Bitcoin 10% off. Keep in mind, Grayscale doesn't trade on the weekends, so this was the discount as of Friday. We will know a lot more when the markets open up on Monday, but until that number gets at least a little closer to more neutral territory, that is telling us a lack of demand from Wall Street. We're keeping it real on this channel. So the point is for you, as a crypto investor, be ready for anything in the short term, and like Jordan Belfort, take that long-term perspective. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. At the end of this video, we'll talk about which altcoins Jordan owns, but let's keep moving. and get to the most recent altcoin news. Behind the breakup of FTX and Binance, two major exchanges have broken it off. Here's something you might have missed amid the news this week that cryptocurrency exchange FTX had raised over $900 million in the largest ever funding round for a crypto exchange. You might have missed that Binance, an early investor in FTX, exited its position, and Binance was bought out. And CZ told Forbes that the move was part of a normal investment cycle. So that's what CZ says. What does Bankman-Fried, founder of FTX, what did he say? I think it just makes sense, given the role our businesses are playing in the space. It can also give us more flexibility going forward. Okay, pretty standard, I like it. It's what Bankman-Fried said next when people asked for his take on Binance's recent string of regulatory problems that is most telling. It's been quite the barrage. I'm not involved in the conversations between Binance and regulators, so all I can do is speculate. But something that I'll say that we try really hard to be as cooperative as we can with regulators. So FTX says that something that's different about them is we're working with regulators entirely. I think that when you don't do that, and when you sort of appear less flexible or less responsive, I think that's more likely to lead to cases where regulators might feel like they have no choice but to start bringing the hammer. I think there are some differences between how we run our businesses. I think that there are ways I would have reacted, responded, and run things differently, Sam commenting on Binance's dealing with regulators. Bankman-Fried is being careful not to say that he bought out Binance's shares in order to distance his company from Binance, so I'll do it for him. That's the obvious reason. So I just want to keep you informed into the rumblings of what's sort of happening behind the scenes with these major players in cryptocurrency. I'll keep you updated. Next piece of news for Cardano. Cardano is preparing for web and mobile integration. With now JavaScript support, Cardano enables Plutus applications in browser. So if you like Cardano, you like this. And to answer the question, what is Plutus? Plutus Core is the scripting language used by Cardano. Charles Hoskinson recently revealed that Cardano's smart contracts are now compatible with web browsers on testnet, meaning that the team ran the Plutus application backend in JavaScript, the most popular web programming language. Interesting. So anything with JavaScript support really opens up that thing to everybody, because everybody uses JavaScript. And as the application backend is now running in JavaScript, Cardano's smart contracts are now compatible with web browsers on testnet. Describing the update as a major development, Hoskinson said, "The point of the application backend in the browser is to enable Plutus applications in the browser. That was a big milestone to see the team do it." Okay, small update, but in my opinion, pretty significant update. Time will tell. And that is the video. My name's Austin. We will check back in on some of those metrics that we brought up today, either tomorrow or sometime in the first few days of this week. So stay subscribed, and like always, see you tomorrow.
Are you in the crypto market yourself?
I am. I'm in it for the long term, and not in a massive way, but I'm in. I have positions in Bitcoin and Ethereum and another one, Polygon, Matic, because it's, for me, it's a hedge. If it really runs away, I want to at least have some, but I wouldn't put in more than I could afford to lose.